Hello, and thank you for listening to this video. I will be talking about masturbation and sex and whether it is wrong. The first thing you need to know is that we were created with biological urges in order to help our species procreate. If humans did not have the urge to mate, then the species would have died off. So the sexual urge is part of our biology. It's how we were made. And the church wants to tell its followers that everything is a sin, everything is wrong, everything is guilt. Because they want to deny their own biology, their own needs. They want to make them somehow a sin. Well, if we were created by the Creator with these natural urges, then He must have known what He was doing. And we cannot deny the fact that we have biological needs, sexual needs. So, with that said, let's talk about the ideal situation. Of course, the ideal situation is a man and woman in marriage, having sex, enjoying each other sexually, satisfying each other's biological needs, the way nature intended. Because that is one of the benefits of being married, is having sexual relations. But sometimes that doesn't work out for everyone. If you're still single, if you are divorced, if you're married but you are apart, you are still going to have these needs. So the next thing you need to know is that satisfying needs requires intelligent effort and self-control. If you're single and you have urges that you need to satisfy, what is the most intelligent way of doing that? Going out and having sex with random people is probably not that smart. There's a chance for STD. You're going to destroy your reputation. You're going to lessen your ability to have a solid relationship in the future because you've been with so many people. It's going to damage that future reputation, future relationship possibility, because it changes you psychologically. So having random sex with random people is probably not the best way. Going out and paying for sex is definitely not the best way. You could get arrested and go to jail, ruin your reputation, ruin your job, your career, be labeled a sex offender. So that's not the best way. So masturbation is a simple way to satisfy your basic sexual needs if you don't have the ability to get that need satisfied from your spouse. But the key, like I said, is self-control. What is self-control? How much is self-control? Is it once a week? Twice a week? I don't know. That's something for you to work out with your spirit guide. But the bottom line is that you shouldn't be obsessed with it. It shouldn't be affecting other areas of your life. It should not affect your work. It should not affect your hobbies, your personal time. It should not affect your friends' time with friends. It should not affect any other area of your life. Otherwise, it's become an obsession. So, working out how often you can do this and still maintain self-control is something that you have to work out on your own. because it's got to be a tiny, tiny part of your life that when you have the opportunity, you just take care of it and not become an obsession, something you're constantly thinking about, something that you're constantly looking at porn all the time. You have it on your phone, you have it on your computer, you're trying to sneak it at work. Then it's an obsession, and it's a damaging obsession, and it's going to cause you problems. So work it out with your spirit guide on what constitutes self-control and how often. And just go with that. But know that your biological urges are not wrong, they're not sinful, and self-denial never produces results. If you deny people something, it's natural human psychology to want that thing more because it's being denied. But if you make a free will choice to have self-control and to do it within the bounds of that self-control, then you are making that choice, and it is a positive choice, and you can live with that. And it's not going to make you want it more. It's going to produce a sense of accomplishment because you have self-control, and you are utilizing that self-control and just doing what you need, and that's enough. So, no, masturbation is not wrong. Sex is not wrong if you do it in the bounds of common sense and self-control, and it does not affect your life, does not affect your loved ones. If you are married and you are masturbating because you don't want to have sex with your wife or your husband, then that is a problem, because there is an issue as to why you're not having a satisfying sex life with your spouse. And you need to seek sexual counseling. They can teach you what you're doing wrong. They can explore areas that you haven't thought about and ways that you can improve your sex life with your spouse. Because if you're married and you see your spouse every day, there is no need to masturbate. It does not constitute good, healthy sexual relationship. It is standing in the way of that. It is becoming detrimental to your relationship. So, if that's the case, find therapy. Seek counseling from someone who knows about sex, not from a clergy member or a prudish member of the church, but from a psychologist or a sex therapist who can help you figure out where the disconnect is between you and your spouse. And then you can proceed to have an active sex life and not have the need for masturbation and not have the need to satisfy your urges somewhere else, because you and your spouse have a good sex life. So, I hope you will have a better understanding of the subject. I hope that you will learn to meditate and meditate often so that you can receive guidance from the universe and connect with your higher self, because that is what life is all about. And you will have a greater understanding of these issues and how you can find your positive point with self-control and still satisfy your needs. Thank you for listening.